Hello, this is Jeff from Studio 41 Gaming, and we're finally back with the next Smite video, and we're taking a look at Ratatoskr. Now, Ratatoskr has been all over the freaking place since he was brought in like a year and a half ago. And he used to have, I think he could build 3 different Acorns in place of boots, but now we just have this one, Acorn of your guard's Dale or something. Basically, just gives physical power, movement speed, and also heals whenever he hits any target, well, with an ability. Then next, you want Jotunn's Wrath, which is physical power, mana, penetration, cooldown reduction. Next, we got Bloodforge, which is one of the best items in the game right now for attacking assassins, and it gives a ton of physical power, lifesteal, and then gives you a freaking shield also, which gives a lot of protection, then also gives some movement speed while it's up. Next, we got Titan's Bane for physical power and penetration. Next, we've got Deathbringer for physical power, critical strike chance, and critical strike damage. And then we got Wind Demon finally with physical power, critical strike chance, and then when you crit, you gain attack speed and movement speed. And Wind Demon is kind of hard to get since this is a pretty expensive build, but these first 5 items are going to make Ratatoskr a freaking monster, so it doesn't really matter too much. And then we got Purification and Sanctuary also. Ability-wise, I use the default God Builder. I think it does a pretty good job of focusing Acorn, Blast, and Dart over Flurry, and obviously gets the ult when you can. But Ratatoskr's passive is his Acorn, so it just basically, it's just his heal. Then we've got Ratatoskr's most notorious ability, Dart, which has been nerfed through the freaking floor. He hits and then damages enemies and slows them, but his cooldown is by default 12 seconds, and it gets reduced for 2 seconds every time he hits an enemy with Flurry or Acorn Blast, so it's definitely not as OP as it used to be. You're not darting like 3 people in a row. Next, we've got Flurry, which is where Rat spins around, and this is really one of his really good abilities late game because it drops physical protections on whoever you hit. Next, we've got Acorn Blast, where Rat stuns if all 3 Acorns hit a single enemy. And it also does pretty good damage, so if somebody's out of your reach and you don't have Dart back, do not be afraid to use this to try and get them. And then we have Through the Cosmos, where Rat jumps up and then he can leap across some branches, and then he lands and nukes whoever he lands on, because this ability hurts. It will nuke people late game with how much physical power Rat has. So it'll hit for 600-700, and then of course you'll probably have Acorn Blast in your other 3 abilities if they somehow don't die, because it also knocks them up in the air, which holds them in place for a second, so you can gather yourself and stun them or do whatever you want after they land. But now let's get into how to play Rat a bit more now. Alright, so Ratatoskr has been all over the place since he was introduced. He's been nerfed like 5-6 times. He's been buffed once or twice also. And after the most recent one, he's finally, I think, a bit closer to... He's still really good, but he's not flat out broken like he has been in other buffs. Basically with Rat, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to engage typically with your dash. You're going to probably be running people down a lot, so engaging with your dash is good since it slows whoever you're going after. And then you're going to probably either Flurry or use your stun, your Acorn stun. Either one of those, Acorn Blast, that's the specific name of it, but either one of those in either order really isn't too bad of a choice. I like to typically Acorn Blast then Flurry, just simply because then I can, I know I'll get the most out of Flurry that I can get. So either one in whichever order you want works. But After that, you're going to basically just go to basic attacks to try and finish them off, since their protections are going to be dropped to basically zip. But that's basically what you're going to be doing most of the time. If there's somebody really far away, then obviously you're going to want to ult and try and run them down if they're really weak and you can get them. But after you finish someone off or you have to disengage, you're going to either ult or dash. Simply because dash's cooldown will get put down a good bit since you hit with Flurry and Acorn Blast. So that's 4 seconds off of Dart, as its specific name, but off of your Dart, so you can then dart away, or you can ult away if you really feel the enemy team coming down on you. But that's typically what you're going to want to do. Rat's been, after the most recent update where they completely redid him, they made him really easy to play. So you're basically just going to be using some form of those 4 moves. Engage with Dart, either Flurry or Acorn Blast. Whichever one you didn't do the first time, do the second time. Basic attacks, ult to get away, or Dart to get away, depending on how long you were able to hit your basic attacks and hit your abilities. But definitely try and stun with Acorn Blast. You basically use it when you're right on top of someone. It's basically a guaranteed stun. I've actually stunned 2 people with it before, so don't ask how, but I somehow managed to do that. But that's pretty much how you're going to play Ratatoskr. I mean, the only thing you have to really watch out for is his defense is total crap, so if he gets hit by like an Ares chain or something, definitely try and get your teammates to help you get away from him, since his defense sucks, and if he can't move, he's really going to get hurt. But thanks for watching, and we'll be back in the next week or 2 with the next Smite video.